Okay, Super Scholars, welcome to your last video of the day. I am so proud of you for making it here and almost being done with your first day of second grade. So let's take a look at the board and see what we're finishing our day with. So up here, this word says mindset. Mindset. We have it on our big superhero letters. I also wrote it down here. Mindset. Every month in second grade, we are going to focus on a different word that everyone is going to be working towards. It's kind of our big goal for the month. And to start out, our goal is our mindset. What is that, you may ask? Have you heard that word before? Where have you might have heard it? Your mindset is how you think about certain things. Do you like them? Do you not? Do you think it's hard? Do you think it's impossible? Do you want to do it? Do you avoid doing it? Your mindset is how you think about different things. So today, that's what we're going to talk about. How we can use our mindset, change our mindset to help us overcome things that we might think is hard. So, let's take a look at our goal today. So, let me erase this guy. So our goal for our mindset time today is, I can draw pictures representing something that is hard for me and how I can get better at it. So today we are going to, I can draw pictures representing something that is hard for me and how I can get better at it. We are going to be visualizing what we do today. So, before we start, our first thing that I need you to do is take that piece of paper I asked you to bring. Mine's just a little whiteboard. And I want you to draw a line right down the middle. Just a straight line. That's all you need to do. So you have two sides. We are going to meet our goal and use one side to draw something that's hard for us and use the other side to draw a way we can get better at it. So to start, I want you to look at the left side of your paper. Can you point to the left side of your paper? Okay. I want you to think, what is something that is hard for you? What is something that when you think of it, you don't necessarily want to do it because it's pretty difficult for you? It could be anything. At school, in life, at home, with your friends. What do you consider to be difficult for you? For me, I'm going to let you know, I am not an athletic person. I am not very good at sports. I grew up as a dancer my whole life, and I never played sports. I love watching sports, but I cannot play them to save my life. So, on my left side of my paper, I just drew a little quick sketch. It's just a little symbol, a small drawing of a basketball to represent, to show that something that is hard for me is playing sports. And one of those is basketball. So I just drew a little basketball to represent something that's hard for me. So that's what you are going to go ahead and do now. You're going to do the first part of our goal. You're going to draw a picture representing something that is hard for you. You can take a minute to think, that's okay. But just on that left side of your paper, just make a quick drawing. Doesn't have to be a masterpiece, just a little symbol. So I want you to go ahead and pause this video and then come back when your left drawing is done. Okay, pause. Awesome, you're back. So you have now drawn a little symbol, something that's hard for you, on the left side of your paper. Okay, so we are going to hold on to that for a while because we get to read another book to help us talk about our mindset. We are going to be reading the book, Making a Splash, to help us learn about what our mindset can truly do. So this book is another one of my favorites. I'm probably going to say that a lot because I love so many different books. But Making a Splash is a really special one to me because it helps us understand that when we change our mindset and we're positive and we don't give up, so many amazing things can happen. So Making a Splash is a story about a brother and a sister. They are going to have different mindsets. They're going to think about the same thing differently. And because of their different mindsets, different things are going to happen for them. They don't end up at the same place. So when we read this book, I want you to think about this question. How do the different mindsets in the story create different results? How do the different mindsets in the story create different results? What happens to the brother because of his mindset? What happens to the sister because of her mindset? That's what I want you to think about when we read. Hold on to that question, and we're going to head back to the library to hear the story. Okay, welcome back to our second grade library, and I hope you're ready to read our next story, Making a Splash, by Carl E. Riley, illustrated by Jason Pastrana. Here we go. Every weekend, Lisa and Johnny went to the pool with their parents. They had so much fun splashing around in the water. But they always wore floaties because they didn't know how to swim. Whee! One day, Lisa and Johnny wanted to learn to swim. They asked their parents to sign them up for lesson with the pool's swimming coach. I'm the smallest one. On the first day of class, the coach said, "Today we will learn to swim with a kickboard. The goal is to swim the entire pool length of 50 meters. My son is a genius." Johnny jumped in, holding the board out in front of him and kicking his legs in the water. He made it all the way to the other side of the pool. "Wow, you're a natural swimmer," said one kid. Another kid exclaimed, "I wish I could be as talented as you." Gold medal, here I come. But Lisa had a more difficult time than Johnny. Her legs usually sank to the bottom of the pool. "Why can my brother swim so much better than me? Swimming is too hard. I can't do this," Lisa shouted as she took off her goggles. The coach replied, "You can't do this yet. When you practice hard things, they get easier. That's how we learn. The power of yet. "Swimming is so easy," Johnny teased. "I don't have to work hard to swim. You've either got it or you don't." "I've got it." By the end of the day, both Johnny and Lisa learned to swim using the kickboard. Challenges make me stronger. The next day, the coach said, "Now you get to choose. Swim with the kickboard again, which is easier, or swim without the kickboard, which is harder." Johnny strutted into the water.
definitely with the kickboard. You won't get any better without challenging yourself, said the coach. Johnny snatched the kickboard. Nope, I looked awesome yesterday. Why would I want to try anything harder? Oh no, Johnny's on the road to a fixed mindset. Lisa wanted to get better, so she chose to swim with the kickboard. Yup, it was much harder. Instead of getting frustrated or upset, Lisa decided to stay calm and focus on all the cool things she was learning. Meanwhile, Johnny swam around on his kickboard effortlessly. Growth mindset. People think learning is cool. Each time Lisa started to sink, she thought, that didn't work. Let's try this another way. Each time she tried, she figured out what worked and a lot of what did not. But slowly, lap by lap, Lisa got better. Her brain was getting stronger. Hooray, I'm swimming! Effort is the key. Flex. At the end of his week, Johnny found the kickboard boring, but he was still not willing to try swimming without it. He had seen how much Lisa struggled. No way were his friends going to see him struggle. At the end of her week, Lisa could slowly swim all 50 meters on her own without a break. She had learned how to float, how to exhale underwater, and how to turn her head to breathe while swimming. Looking back, she was proud of how far she had come. Way to go! Johnny and Lisa decided to race in the pool. Johnny was sure he would win. On your mark, get set, go! Off they flew. They were head to head. But since Johnny was on the kickboard, he only had his feet to move him forward. Lisa could use her arms and her legs. She burst ahead and won. Swimming's not fun anymore. Johnny was so upset over losing the race that he did not want to swim ever again. A fixed mindset gives up during setbacks. That summer, Johnny and Lisa's parents took them to the beach. They had planned to all swim and snorkel in the ocean together. Johnny thought, this looks much harder than in the pool. There are no walls to rest on in the ocean. I cannot see my feet. Johnny's parents asked, do you want to go swimming with us? Nope, he replied. I'm never swimming again. Never say never. Because she worked so hard learning to swim, Lisa got to go into the ocean with her parents and see the wildlife. She went into the water like she did at the pool. Splash. She opened her eyes underwater while snorkeling and saw the beautiful fish and the coral reef. It was so magical to be able to swim in the ocean. Everyone came over after Lisa walked out of the water. Johnny listened enviously as Lisa described what she saw. "Oh man, how did you get so good?" he asked. "Swimming was hard for me at first. It takes time and effort to get better at anything," said Lisa. "Is it too late for me to learn?" said Johnny. "Not if you have the right mindset. Let's go train your brain." Amazing, that hard work paid off. Whoa, wow. The brain can change. It's malleable. So they learned to swim together. They even helped each other learn other things like painting and playing basketball and math. With all that learning, their brains got really, really strong. Whew, what a workout. I'm pooped. what's something you're learning now? The end. That is the story of Making a Splash, where Johnny and Lisa have different mindsets and it comes out differently. Okay, let's go back to the board and think about our question. Okay, welcome back to the board. I hope you loved reading Making a Splash as much as I did. So, do you remember the question I asked you to think about? How do the different mindsets in the story create different results? So what happened? What kind of mindset did the brother have? What did he think about swimming? The brother's mindset was negative. He didn't want to do something that was hard. So therefore, he never learned how to do it. What about the sister? What was the sister's mindset like? What happened because of it? The sister's mindset was positive. She worked really hard. She thought she could get better at swimming. She kept trying. And then she did. She got to go in the ocean because of it. So through this story, we got to see how when we change our mindset, when we change how we think about something, it affects what we do, and therefore we can do so much more. So, I want you to pick back up your piece of paper that you drew on that had that little symbol of the something difficult. I drew a basketball to represent that sports are pretty difficult for me. So, now that we've talked about and we've learned that your mindset can change so much, I want you to, on the right side of the paper, you're going to create a drawing of you having a positive mindset and working hard at the something difficult that you chose. You're going to create a situation where you aren't giving up and you're working hard to change that difficult thing you chose. So for me, I just drew a little drawing. It's not a masterpiece. I've got myself here with my glasses and my curly hair, and I am practicing shooting hoops with my basketball. And I even wrote a little phrase, keep it up, to encourage myself that your mindset, it takes work. It's not going to be easy, but you got to keep working at it. So your job now is going to be to create a drawing of you working hard at that difficult thing. Visualize you changing it. Visualize how you can use your mindset to switch that difficult thing to something that you can now do. And when you are drawing, you can write down some of these phrases, just like I did, to give yourself a little more encouragement, or to make a little speech bubble and show yourself saying that phrase. So you can say, don't give up, keep working hard, you got this, keep it up. To give yourself some encouragement, these words can help change your mindset and how you think about tackling difficult tasks. So again, you're going to draw a drawing of you working at that difficult task you chose, and you can totally add one of these fun phrases if you want. And when you're done with this entire drawing, you're going to take a video of yourself showing this drawing to me. I want you to hold it up nice and steady to the camera. Then I want you to talk about, with your words, what's happening. What did you choose? And how did you choose to draw you overcoming it? For example, in my drawing, I know that playing sports is really difficult for me, so I drew a basketball to show that. And then to show how my mindset was changing, I drew me practicing shooting hoops over and over again, even when it's hard. And I put some encouraging words to say, keep it up. So I knew that I had to keep trying to get better. Okay, that's all you need to do. Just talk me through your drawing. Tell me everything you drew and exactly why you drew it. Okay, get started on that drawing. Take that video so I can see what you're thinking about. And let's go.